practice through daily habits. And if we're looking at the, why habits matter, is that success is built on daily habits. Not just success in your practice, but success in all areas of life are very much determined by what your habits are. And so we've developed Atomic Habits for Upper Cervical Chiropractors through the book Atomic Habits and our book Upper Cervical Practice Mastery, so that we can help you, our clients. First of all, we haven't released this to anyone else yet. We're just releasing it to you first, but so that you can make these small, consistent improvements, and that will lead to exponential results for you within your practice. And so as we started discussing last month, there's 10 winning habits that we found that are crucial for upper cervical doctors. We went over the first 5 last month, and today we're going to go over the next 5. And so let's talk through those. But first, let me just tell you how the Atomic Habits principle works. And really there's 4 aspects of it, of how you can apply the Atomic Habits principles. First, you need to make it obvious. You need to design reminders and cues in order to make a habit something that is consistent within your life. Second is to make it attractive. Connect it to purpose so that it's not something that you don't want to do, but something you do want to do. Make it easy. Simplify the routines and systems. If the more challenging it is, the less likely it is to happen. And make it satisfying to be able to celebrate that progress. So these 4 key principles is how we're going to help you to develop these habits as an upper cervical chiropractor. So the first habit we're going to talk about today is energy. Energy is a habit. And really, the way that you can make this obvious is to start your day with a visible ritual, right? What it could be a ritual of certain music you listen to, of exercise that you do, of prayer that energizes you. So when you have that visible ritual, that meaning that every day, this is how I start my day. This is how I begin this process of even when you first come to your practice, what's the first thing that you do? That can energize you and start to get you going in the right direction if you do that consistently. The way you can make it attractive is to link high energy with your team morale and patient enthusiasm. When you start your day right and gives you better energy, that energy then translates into your team, and that energy from your team will translate into your patients. And that's how you can make that attractive. Make it easy. And the way you can do that is by stacking energy rituals after your morning prep. So for instance, stretching, hydrating, thinking of things that you're grateful for. These are types of ways that you can do habit stacking and build on what you've already done. And each one of these habits can give you more and more energy as you link them together. And then make it satisfying. Celebrate when patients comment on the positive energy in your office. When you put your focus into this, your patients will notice it. They will start to see you're different, you feel different, and your patients will recognize that your practice is different. The energy that you have within the practice, they're going to notice that, and that's going to make a big difference. The second one here is the habit of being coachable. Being coachable is a crucial part of being an upper cervical chiropractor and being able to consistently learn. Leaders are learners. Leaders are readers. This is a principle that you can see within upper cervical practice. If you are the kind of person that is consistently learning and being coached and applying what you're learning, then it's going to help you tremendously. How you can make this obvious is be focused on scheduling regular practice growth sessions. Now, obviously, we do that. That's part of what we offer here at UCM is practice growth sessions. If you want to sit with Tony, he's the one that typically does this. He will walk you through, a weekly 30-minute growth session and help you to focus on whatever you want to grow in. This is a month-by-month program that we offer that can help you in this area. But being coachable is more than just having a coach. It's also being open to consistently learning and being focused on consistently learning. You can have a lot of different coaches in your life. Your coaches can be, you can be getting coaching from the books that you're reading, from the podcast you're listening to. As I mentioned, we have our UCM podcast. It's a free podcast. You can be listening to that every day. We have we've given that challenge many times before. Hey, if you want to change your mindset, listen to one of our UCM podcasts every day and see how your mindset changes after 30 days. Our books, we have, as I mentioned, 3 great books for you to read or listen to. But there's lots of great books out there. There's lots of great podcasts. What you're putting in your mind could be coaching you towards greater and greater success. Make it attractive. Link growth to mentorship, patient success, and financial stability. When you have clear goals in mind when it comes to being coached by others, by reading books or by listening to podcasts, when you have very specific goals in mind when it comes to going into those different circumstances, then that will make it more attractive for you. I'm doing this in order to do that, or in order to get this. Make it easy. Prepare a question before every coaching call to stay consistent. And so this, again, if you're working with, us in a coaching experience, make sure you come prepared. Bring questions with you. Help yourself to be ready for those calls. But even if you're getting coaching from a book or from a podcast or whatever it may be, go into that experience with a question. At the end of this, I want to be able to answer this. That's the goal of me doing this. Make it satisfying. Track your progress and celebrate wins with your coaching team, right? So that's a big part of this too, is being able to track your progress, see where you were when you started and where you are after you've been doing it for a while.